Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Sister Danielle. I'm the Associate Director here at St. Anthony Retreat Center. And as you know, we're making a few little video clips to share with you to prepare for our wonderful day of giving coming up on June 13th. So you heard from Father John, who talked about the history of this wonderful place and how it began in the first place. And then Father Rod talked about all the wonderful ministries that we do here, and I'd like to share with you some of the dreams that we have for the future. You know, one of the most quoted lines from a movie is, "If you build it, they will come." That was true for the movie A Field of Dreams, and it has certainly been true for us as well. You know, the Franciscans built the retreat center in 1963, and people started coming. We built the youth center. It was dedicated in 2013, and the youth started coming. But nothing happens unless you dream it into existence. In fact, I'm sitting in front of the grotto that is built and dedicated to Our Lady of Guadalupe. We had this rock structure behind us for many years, but it took a little dreaming to think that it could be made into a beautiful grotto, and actually we have people from all over who come to pray here at the grotto, and so we're just delighted that that has been an addition. When we think of the ways that God has really helped us to build up this wonderful retreat center, I'm thinking about how the youth center happened. Again, it was a dream a long time in the making, and when we first built the youth center, one of our dreams was to have a beautiful chapel that would be just for the youth. But of course, at the time of when we first built it, we did not have the money to do that. But then one day, our wonderful parishioners, Barry and Bob Hahn, asked to see Father John to talk to him, and when they came, they sat down and they offered to fund the entire project of the chapel for the retreat center, which was a complete surprise. And it was such a blessing to us. And then another dream that we had that we didn't think that would be possible was we were hoping someday to have a solar field that would take care of our electric expense here at the retreat center. Manuel and Shirley Maciel from Hanford left us a bequest of enough money to take care of the whole entire project of the solar field. So that has been a dream that has been completed now as well. It shows that God really does take care of this place and helps our dreams to come true in God's timing. Everything is in God's timing. Also, even as we speak, we are receiving a wonderful gift from Monsignor Ron Sweat, who was a beloved and respected pastor from St. Philip's in Bakersfield, who recently died in the last couple of years, and who left us a bequest enough to take care of the repaving of our entire parking lots and all our roads leading up to the retreat center. We were able to do that because of his kindness. It's because of all of you, because of our wonderful benefactors who love and believe in this place, and of your generosity, that we can continue the repairs and improvements that are needed here. As you know, there are so many retreat centers in the country right now that are closing because it is expensive, and the income that we generate from our retreats is never enough to really take care of all of our expenses. But on the other hand, we don't want to raise our prices to the extent where people can't afford to come. Part of what we always want to do is we always want to have a scholarship fund available so that nobody would ever feel that they can't come for a retreat because of the lack of finance. Before the pandemic, you know, we sat down to really dream for the future. We were asked to create a 10-year plan for the future of the retreat center. So we did. We started to dream big again. And one of the dreams that we have is, again, for our youth center. You know, when we built the youth center, we built it with 2 dorms that would be able to house 120 youth and 20 chaperones. And that sounds like a lot of people, but believe it or not, we have many parishes who have over 150 students in their confirmation classes. And the confirmation retreats are one of the greatest blessings that our youth center provides. And almost all of our parishes in the diocese come to our place for their confirmation retreat. And we hate to turn away groups that are too large for our capacity. So we were hoping that someday we will be able to build another dorm for our youth center so that we can accommodate up to 150, 160 kids at a time. It's true for our adult center as well. We can accommodate 100 guests, but there are times when we have conference retreats that are even bigger than that, and we have to house people in the hotels in Three Rivers. There are some years that we have spent up to $50,000 in hotel fees because we do not have the occupancy for that retreat. It would be wonderful, God willing, someday we would love to have another wing here at the Adult Retreat Center. And actually the Franciscans had that in mind when they built the place. They had 3 wings on the blueprints, but they did not have enough money at the time to actually do that. Also, another dream for our 10-year plan is a swimming pool for the adult center. You know, we have a wonderful swimming pool at the youth center that the youth really love. Actually, the adults really love too when we can use it, but because of the state environment, the protocols are if the youth are up there, then the adults cannot use that swimming pool. During the summer, especially when we have groups here, we have family reunions here, they would love to use the swimming pool, but if there's youth at the retreat center, we cannot use that. So that's another dream that we have, is to build a swimming pool at the adult center so that everyone who comes during the summertime would be able to use a swimming pool. We have dreams, and we know that in God's timing, if it is God's will, it will happen. But it also will not happen without you, without our benefactors. And we're so grateful. There are so many people who love this place and believe in this place and want to partner with us and keeping this place the best it can be. I truly believe that we will always need this retreat center more than ever, because I think we need places of peace and quiet and beauty where people can kind of come away and get some perspective and balance in their life, and also a place where in the silence they can experience God's presence and love in their life. Well, I've been here 14 years, so I have really been able to be with a lot of people who have come up here for a retreat. It's just amazing to me to see how God's grace works in people's lives. It is an honor, a privilege to walk with people, but I just know this place really does change people's lives. I've heard lots of testimony about how much they feel the peace and the presence of God in this place. So it just makes me believe more and more that places like this will always be needed. And I want to thank you ahead of time for all the ways that you have already blessed this retreat center with your kindness and generosity and your presence. And we hope in the future that you will be able to continue to help us and support us in any way you can. And any donation that you make to this wonderful retreat center is extremely appreciated. It doesn't matter the amount. We already want to thank you ahead of time for this wonderful day of giving that is coming up June 13th. Watch online. They're making it really easy for you to be able to donate either online or to give us a call or to send in a check. It really is going to be a special day of realizing how God continues to bless this place because of you all. And now that we're open, one of the greatest blessings that you can give us is your presence. We want you to be able to come up for one of the retreats that we're sponsoring or hosting, or, you know, if on a Sunday afternoon you want to take a drive up to Three Rivers and walk our grounds. We have beautiful trails to walk, to sit in the shade here at the grotto. That just to know that you're always welcome. This is your retreat center, and we're glad that we can offer it to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you ahead of time for all the ways that you have blessed us.